So welcome to Wall Street Syndicate, where we don't chase stocks, we find them. Every day we uncover high conviction buying opportunities, breakout setups, and hidden gems right before the crowd catches on. If you're ready to stay one step ahead of the market, make sure you guys come through and hit that subscribe button, and let's find what we got for you today. Now, today we're going to talk about a stock that's out here acting like your boy who borrowed 20 bucks from you back in 2029. He ghosted you for 5 years and then suddenly shows up driving a Mercedes Maybach S680, talking about trust the process. Here's the stock right here in 3, 2, 1. Yes, it is Zentalis Pharmaceuticals. The ticker symbol is ZNTL. Now the chart done woke up, and the markets, they're suddenly pretending they know this is what's coming the whole time. Yeah, right. Okay. But here's what's actually happening. Zentalis has been making progress on its lead cancer drug, Asinosertib. The company recently expanded its clinical development program, advanced its phase 3 ASPEN-NOVA trial, and has been accepted to present additional data to major oncology conferences later this year. See, analysts have already initiated new coverage recently, although the overall consensus remains more cautious than outright bullish. And everyone knows that that's biotech for you. You get one press release, then boom, stock go up. Next press release, somebody's portfolio is bleeding red. That's biotech. It's not investing. You're speed dating the FDA. All right, so let's look at the chart. After getting absolutely body slammed over the last couple of years, the stock, you guys can see, is actually finally starting to put together higher highs. And that's what we like to see. It's also putting in higher lows. The volume is increasing, and buyers actually started showing up with money instead of their prayers. That's a very nice change, because before people were like, I'm going to hold for the long term. And then 3 red candles later, they're like, I've seen enough, and sold at the bottom. But now, before you go out and buy the stock, Zentalis is depending heavily on Asinosertib. If future trials results disappoint or timelines slip, biotech stocks can move sharply in either direction because of the valuation is tied to clinical success. The company has previously narrowed its focus to this lead program while extending its cash runway through cost reductions. That's why these stocks don't walk, they skyrocket. 1 second green, next second red, next moment green, and then you need to go see a therapist. So what's my opinion? Well, if this momentum keeps building and clinical news stays positive, the bulls could finally have something real. But don't confuse hope with confirmation. The chart says buyers are stepping in. The science still has to do heavy lifting, because on Wall Street, everybody's a genius until earnings or the FDA shows up with the receipts. So what do you guys think? Is Zentalis about to become one of the biotech's biggest comeback stories of the year? Or is just another shiny trap dressed up like an opportunity? The chart to me looks like it wants to go higher. And the reason is because, like I've told you earlier, it is making higher lows. Okay, that's a good thing. It is telling us that the market is prepping for a continuation of move to the upside. It has to maintain that. So for us, we need to go ahead and create the trend that this market in Zentalis is currently on, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to create the trend that this market is currently trying to follow. And then we're going to move ahead and create that resistance area, which is right here for Zentalis. Okay, so let me show you all this on the 3. Okay, I think you guys can see where the biggest area of selling is occurring in the market. So we definitely need to mark this area as a sell pocket, because if this price doesn't go higher, that's the reason right here. We got these people positioned, stationed, ready to sell the market in Zentalis the moment that it tries to run up to $6. Okay, now outside of that, this market has a gap potential on the 3-day chart that hasn't even been filled yet. Okay, so if that clinical trial comes back and is very positive, the market may see a monumental move to the upside. Okay. So we got that. And we have a sell pocket right here. You guys can see the trend that this market currently is on. It's real simple, right? Let's take a look at this on the weekly chart real quick. You guys can see that we received some signals of buy over the last couple of weeks. And then the sellers came in on this weekly price bar. But then look what happened next week. The buyers supported the market, i.e. we got buyers positioned in Zentalis right there. So we're going to make that into a buy pocket. And definitely down here as a buy pocket. Okay, so now let me put this back on let me look at this on a different time frame. Okay, that's the 2 weeks. Here's the market in Zentalis on the 3 weeks. Here it is on the 5 weeks. And here what happened for the month of July, kind of mixed bag. Okay, so now let me put this back on the 3. Fix up these buy pockets here. And we're going to play the move to the upside in Zentalis. Even though we can tell that there is potential for this market to go lower. We're going to target the low of this sell pocket at 563. That's 21.07%, all the way up here to $7 or so. That's 49.67%. Did those trials come out great? 950. 104, almost 105% right there. So we're going to save this. We're going to add this on the 3-day time frame so we can document the time frame that we're looking at this market. My bad. So we'll look at this on the 3-day. Let me go ahead and save it. And that is it. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you guys maintain profit. And as always, trade different.